There we go. We got sound.
Now we do.
It froze before. We couldn't do it. There we go. And we shut it down. It just shut down as well. All right, we should have sound. And our apologies to Steve Zolak. I know his info got out on 1,000 mics. I don't know if it got out on live stream, but we will definitely put a link up. He put one up. We'll pin the link to the page and talk about his event. And I'll shut off this one because
now we know we got volume.
Now we know we got sound. All right.
Okay, yeah, so Pig and Dig is tomorrow. Steve had to leave us because he's got thousands of coins to sort for tomorrow.
Where is it, Drew? Do you know?
They are going to be in Toronto, Canada. So
go to our page, hit the link. It's a great event. Steve's telling us he has $6,000 worth of gold and silver that's actually being seeded for the hunt tomorrow. They should have a good turnout. And
yes, they are seeding gold.
Yep, they're seeding gold. And I tell you what, I wish I knew. I would have made the effort to get up to Canada for that.
Yeah, myself included. But you know what? Like we were discussing with Steve.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something down here. That would be awesome, dude. That would be awesome.
Nice 150-pound hog roasting on a spit.
If we only knew somebody near Philly who had a big field. Well, we'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not a vegetarian. So here we are, guys. It is Friday night, and our regular crew is here. Yeah. So we're going to end the show tonight with the Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, I've been drafted, nominated, I don't know how many times. The first one I didn't get back to in 24 hours, so I wrote a check. The other 4,000 of them, we posted, dated it until tonight, so it's going to be a show event. So we're going to close the show with the Ice Bucket Challenge. We're all set up outside. In a little bit, we're going to go out and make sure everything is nice and cold. We're going to put the ice and the water in the buckets. And, we're all doing it.
I don't think I'm writing a check, though. I think I'm just giving cash.
Drew doesn't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
So,
I don't want to do it.
Drew's going to do it. He's going to do it one way or another.
Likes it or not.
All right, so.
So
I'm kind of flustered because of our sound thing now. I'm trying to get my brain back on track.
So one of the things that I wanted to bring up was last week we had a little chat about coin collecting and stuff like that. And one of the books I talked about for grading coins is called Photograde. They're like $15. It's a softback book. Probably the best grading book that you can get your hands on. It's inexpensive. It gives you photographs to go by, gives you all the details for what to look for as far as the details on the coins, giving them their grades. Now, it won't go into the higher mint states and the proofs and this and that, but for the general collector, this is really all you need. Because if you're going to get into the mint states and you're going to get into the proof numbers and all that stuff, you really should be sending the coins in to be certified.
And what better way? What better way is there than you can see, a type, a level of grade and compare it.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be 100% accurate, but you're going to get an idea what you're looking at.
Absolutely, absolutely. So so there it is. That is the book I was talking about last week. If you missed it.
Now, just a couple of updates. What's coming up? We got a big couple of months coming up, guys. We have the birthday show, which is now, we were in heated negotiations before the show started tonight with Drew. So for the birthday show, just to give you an idea where we're going, two of the prizes that are going to be given out that night are small, round, and gold. We got a couple of gold coins that are going to be given out. We're not quite sure how we're going to go about doing that yet.
We'll figure it out.
But it'll be cool, and they will definitely be gold coins. Plus, I got in the mail, and whoever sent it to me, thank you very much. It was a Happy Birthday Detective America. It was a $25 Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop gift card.
Wow.
For the birthday show.
Thank you.
They have no idea. I know it came from West Virginia area. That's all I know, because that was the postmark. Then we got a couple other things. So the birthday show is going to be cool. We've got...
When are we going to be doing the birthday show?
We have to discuss that. It's probably going to be the week after I get back from New England.
Which is...
Third week of September.
Okay, so that would be the weekend of the 20th and 21st.
Maybe the second week of September. I'm not sure what day I'm going. Why?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out if that's going to fall on my birthday weekend or not.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, because
I have to double check my dates of when I'm going to New England.
Third weekend in September. My birthday falls on that Sunday, the 21st.
Believe it or not, I think that's actually the weekend I'm going. So it'll be the weekend before.
So the weekend before
Yeah.
would be the 13th and 14th. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
that's the weekend I'm actually going to New England.
Because the 20th and 21st, I'll be down the shore for Irish weekend getting shwasted.
Getting, what, coins?
Yeah, shwasted. Yeah, coins and shwasted. And then the following weekend, I'm going to a military ball to watch my best friend growing up, propose to his girlfriend in front of 800 people in military
You
garb.
trying to stop him?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I probably should though.
Also, guys, keep the pictures coming. The pictures for the calendar contest are amazing, and I'm in negotiations for some prizes there. So Joe will be negotiating soon. Yeah, we got some good prizes coming up. We're going to put together a nice little prize package for the calendar contest. We already have more entries than we had last year. It ends on Thanksgiving. It's the last day. The week after Thanksgiving, we will get together and we will pick the 12 winners, and they will be on the first place winner gets a prize. And right now, the prize is an entire dirt digging rig. It's going to be the Molly System backpack, belt, pouch. There'll probably be a digger on there. I'm not sure. We'll show it to you the week before the. What am I doing? The week before the contest. I didn't click it.
You wouldn't know the difference.
And,
Probably not.
so lots of other. We have a birthday show coming up in January for the 1 year anniversary of Detect America Live, and with September right around the corner, we're going to have some DA Kids Digs coming up too. So just stay tuned for that.
It's going to be busy. We got Christmas coming up.
Yeah, we always do a little Christmas contest.
Yeah.
So we got a big couple of months, dude, and this is when everybody starts coming back. I mean, 200 members joined the page this week, so everybody is, temperatures are going to be cooling off, and that's when it heats up around here. So spread the word. We definitely want our numbers as big as we can get them, and with that, in turn, with that comes better contests and prizes, and just a real happier time.
Hey, well, I'm thinking about it too, and somebody just brought this up on chat. Great for reminding me because I saw this the other day. Happy birthday to Johnny Lombard.
Oh, Johnny, our King Johnny. Happy birthday, Johnny.
So,
We saw your post, and very proud of our DA kids. And Johnny was actually our first.
Yeah.
So congrats on your birthday, pal, and we love the picture. So, that being said, we go to a couple questions here. Now, we do have some questions that came up this week before we get wet and cold. So, and this is, I can't switch my things. Okay, so, one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I know, sometimes I think you guys do it just because you know it's my button and you push it. It's fine. Okay, but it was posted, and it's always posted on the page, guys. It's posted on the page at least 20 times a year when somebody brings up the topic of how to clean their coins. Inevitably, someone is going to bring up vinegar. I don't know why. We every time the topic comes up, we beat it to death. But this week was very interesting because the topic of vinegar cleaning coins was brought up, and then we had about 5 people on the page that went and tried it.
Oh.
Now, if you guys aren't convinced that we're telling you the truth about not to ever use vinegar on a coin, go back and look at some of these coins this week that were cleaned in vinegar. Okay, I'm not even going to prep anybody. Gene, why don't we use vinegar on the coin?
Vinegar is basically low-grade acid.
Acid. It's an acid, guys. You don't use acid on. Go to your store and get Tarnex, and then dip a coin in Tarnex and see how shiny it comes, and then feel how rough it is. It's pulled a layer of metal off. Well,
yeah.
Your vinegar is not as strong as that, but it's the same stuff.
Not only that, but I had a lady come into the shop today, and she brought some coins in for us to look at, and some of them were some English copper coins. Well, as soon as she pulled them out of the bag, I looked right at them and I said, "They've been cleaned." How do you know that? They're pink.
Exactly.
They're pink. Copper coins are supposed to be a nice chocolate color,
Right here.
not pink. So, she said, "Oh, well, my kids must have did something," and I said, "Well, just so you know, just for future reference, you don't want to do that to your copper coins."
And you know what, guys? When we talk about electrolysis and we talk about the low and slow, we talk about doing it very low because it penetrates to the core as opposed to going along the surface. And there's guys out there that believe that, well, if I dilute the acid, if I dilute the vinegar, then it's going to be safer. And here's the fact of the matter. You'll leave it in long enough, not only forget the color of your coin, forget that it's going to trash the color of your coin, because you know what, that can be fixed to a certain extent. But if you leave it in there long enough, you have impregnated the metal. And you can scrub it all day long, you can cook it in electrolysis, you can put it in the shower in soap and water. You cannot reverse that effect. You put it in electrolysis, I can bring a beautiful color back up on it, and guess what? In a matter of a week, that color is going to start to turn. You'll get these purple blotches on it, and eventually it's going to eat the color away, and eventually start to eat the coin away. Once you've done that, once you've soaked it in the vinegar, it's done. It's truly your coin is toast. It may not look it. And some of these coins come out beautiful and shiny, and I've seen the pictures. They pull them out, and they're gorgeous. Man, they shine nice. Show them to me in a month. It's just don't use acid. And listen, we're not trying to force feed electrolysis on anybody. Okay, there's ways of doing it. If you're not looking to make the coin perfect, there's the olive oil. There's a gentle rinse. A gentle rinse with mild soap. There's a lot of stuff you can do that aren't going to trash the coin. The one thing, which for whatever reason seems to be the most popular method, on the internet, is vinegar. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. It's going to ruin the coin.
Have you ever tried benzene?
Yeah, but phew, I couldn't drive. Oh, you mean on the coin?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Yeah. One of the guys that belongs to the coin club that I belong to, he does a lot of restoration on copper coins, and he likes to use benzene.
Right.
He said, but the problem with the benzene is, number one, you have to be in a well ventilated area. The flash point on benzene is 3,700 degrees, so it gets really hot really fast, and if it sparks and catches fire,
right,
you're in some trouble. So you got to know what you're doing to use that stuff. But he did say that the benzene will take the green off without destroying the brown.
Won't take the brown patina, but it'll take the green, the copper.
The corrosion.
What do they call that stuff, Joe?
Corrosion.
Yeah, it's another word for it. I can't think of it. Anyway, yeah, but I just
corrosion, lamination.
Something tight. I can't think of it.
The leaching of the metals?
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
hematite.
Okay.
Hematite? No,
yeah.
hematite's blood.
No. That's hemoglobin.
Magnetite.
That's stone.
Anyway, benzene. So he said the benzene will take the green away, but I have yet to try it, so I'm not going to promote it until I throw some coins in some.
Yeah,
benzene.
and I imagine there's probably going to be a method to the madness. You're probably going to have to know what you're doing with the benzene, and I don't. I truly don't. It wasn't one of the things that came up in our testing when we were developing the electrolysis, and I'd love to see it work though.
He did say that acetone will do the same thing, but
Right.
it takes much longer, and the benzene works a lot faster.
And there's probably specific levels, strengths that you have to use to make it safer on coins. And while we're doing it, and it wasn't a coin cleaning show, guys, but popping into my head some of the questions. Our friend at Dirt Fish in America, they entered the realm of electrolysis. They picked up a unit from me. Well, Tech America gave me a unit. And he was messing around with a home unit, Brandon, and he goes, listen, I'm using stainless steel. He goes, and the colors are a little funky, and I'm hearing that maybe I'm being poisoned.
He's doing it the hard way. At least Eric was smart enough to just send me the coins so I could do them for him and just ship them back. I mean,
so, and stainless steel, guys. Stainless steel is definitely the most accessible. And believe it or not, I do keep a little supply of stainless steel. And the only time I use stainless is when I'm trying to tweak a very specific color. But the fact of the matter is that when you break stainless steel down into its components, which is what electrolysis does, it creates a gas. And I don't, off the top of my head, I can't remember the gas it creates. Now, this gas is relative to the voltage. So at low voltage with normal ventilation, it's probably safe, but it's not something you should be breathing. And if you're using,
you don't want to put a towel over your head and start huffing it.
And if you're hooking your electrolysis unit to an arc welder, yeah, you're probably going to create some pretty noxious gases with it. stainless steel is pretty much a no-no. Forget the poison gas, which you can easily ventilate out, yeah, but forget the poison gas. It contains copper. It contains other elements that make it shine, which are also bad for your coin, bad for your color. And because there's no real regulation on what makes stainless, you don't know what levels of these other things are in that metal. So I keep a little piece that I'll use for tweaking color, and that's it. I don't use it as a rule. I don't use it when you're trying to stay true with electrolysis. Okay, the least amount of copper, the best. And occasionally, even using carbon, you'll get your coin will come out electrolyzed, and it may look dull. It may look this smoky, dull color. That's fine, because now you can physically add the copper to it as you want until you get the color right. But just so we don't lose our friends at Dirtfish in America, try not to use stainless and breathe it in, because we don't want to lose you guys.
But you know something though, I've had a couple coins that I was doing electrolysis with, and I used carbon brushes.
Right.
And when I was done cleaning my coin, it had like a black filmy layer on the coin.
Yeah. And here's the one thing, guys, and one of the guys asked me. He said he was using carbon welding rods. And here's the thing. Remember one thing with the carbon brushes and the carbon welding rods. Okay, it's not a chunk of carbon. It's a pulverized powder of carbon, and it's held together with whatever, a mixture, and it's partly held together with magnetism. It's partly held together with this mixture. Pure carbon brushes are very low in this chemical and almost 100% pure carbon. They don't leave a residue. Carbon brushes that are, one, not high-end carbon brushes, cheap motors, and two, used carbon brushes will produce a debris. One, it's going to produce debris that it picked up along the way. As these brushes get used in the motor, they get magnetized. And when they're completely magnetized, the motor's no longer good. But in the meantime, all these elements get attracted to the brushes, and those elements will come apart in your tank. Also, the cheaper carbon brushes and the welding rods are held together with a, I don't want to say glue, but for lack of a better term, a type of glue. That stuff goes into your tank too, and this will leave a residue. Now, most of the time, that residue can come off with a mild polish of toothpaste while it's wet. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on what the chemical is and how harsh it is. So if you're going to use carbon brushes, use a high-end carbon brush, an expensive carbon brush. You don't need a lot of them. Okay, you can buy one nice carbon brush, and maybe it's going to cost you $20, but it's going to last you. You'll get a year out of a good carbon brush. They don't break down. Or go off and grab some high carbon railroad spikes. Slice them up. They're going to dirty your tank quicker, but they're very low copper and pretty clean and
safe to use.
Yeah, they're safe to use. Just know that and even with the pure carbon brushes, I get some debris. I get some debris laying on that coin. That's why we always do a wash when we're done to get that off.
Yeah, but that coin actually came out black like this.
Yeah, and that's when they come out that black. That's something to do with what's in the carbon. If they are used brushes, you can use them, but you're always going to have that problem. And depending on what that carbon is held together with.
Yeah, bimetals.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be a piece of aluminum, could be bronze.
Right, anything like aluminum, nickels, anything like that are going to cause that problem. So just stick with the higher end carbon brushes, and you don't have to buy 1,000 of them. You're not going to need that many of them.
I ended up using a toothbrush, hot water, and soap. Took it right off.
Yeah, and I'll say that tells you that it's a debris. It's something that's laying on the surface. But
and I was rubbing it with my fingers, and it was
sometimes even with the good brushes, I get that little bit of black. It doesn't come off with your finger.
Sometimes it don't.
You've got to have that polish. So anyway, that's where we want to go with that. Just we don't want Dr. Tone the Dirt Digger to wind up dead on the floor with their electrolysis unit.
Oh God, no.
So just be careful, guys. Okay. Next question that came in. A member got information from another group, and that's all we'll say about it, from a different group. And he was told he was getting falsing, and unfortunately I don't know what machine he was using. But he had his metal detector was down in the water. He was digging the wet in one of the beaches up here, and he was getting falsing, which is common. If like we always say, not every machine is made for every purpose. If you have a machine that you can manually ground balance, you may have better luck down in the wet. Automatic ground balance, you may not. But anyway, his machine was doing a lot of falsing down in the wet, and he was told tip the coil up. Tip the coil up in the air, and it'll end the falsing. And he was baffled as to why it didn't end the falsing, and also he was finding no targets. So, Joe, go ahead. Tell him about why you don't. Is there any truth to tipping? Because we know this is the first time we've heard this.
It works in farm fields.
Just
Yeah.
a tip.
It works in farm fields if you're working a plow row.
Right,
but-
if you're down inside the edge of a plow row.
Yeah, but all you're doing is losing depth. You're putting the signal.
And let me clarify what Joe just said, guys. If you're in a farm field that's perfectly flat, it's not going to work.
Right.
If you're in a plow hip, the hip of a plow lane, then you're actually sending the signal sideways into the side of the lane. Just so you guys don't get confused and think you can tip it up in a field.
Or if you're down a little trench or something,
Right.
you can work the side of it.
Right.
Or cut beach or something like
Right.
that, where the angle does make a difference.
Right.
Yeah, and I had this argument on another show a couple years ago, and here the thing is, parallel is what you want. Now, whether it's parallel on the ground, whether it's parallel like this on the side of a plow field or a cut beach or whatever, parallel. If it's tipped up like this, well, first of all, you're sending half of your signal forward. Okay, and even if it hits the ground out here, now you're hitting the ground 10 inches away. It's like trying to hit a target 10 inches away. It's called point of first contact. It's a term that we use in ground penetrating radar. It's a term that's used in coil development, where you want to limit the distance between the edge of your coil and where it first makes contact with the ground, because the most loss you're going to have is going to be in that area. You're losing it to the air, you're losing it to the resistance of the first contact that makes with the ground, and then you're losing even more as it attempts to penetrate the ground. So the more parallel you are, the closer to the ground you are, the less loss of that frequency you're going to get. Tipping it up, the only reason you would probably get less falsing tipping it up is because you're not going to get any signals. You're going to get a lot less signals. You're not going to hit anything that's going to reflect into your coil, as far as I know.
Well, speaking of coils, just because it just jogged my mind, Cooltex coil.
Coming out
first.
Yeah, September 1st.
Cool.
Matter of fact, we're going to make a call ahead and see if we can get him on the show September 1st or around about there. The new Coiltech coil is coming out. I'm jumping up and down. Joe, better have one put aside for me. I'm definitely getting that thing first off the bat.
But what you're saying about coils is you want to keep it as level and as close to the ground as possible, regardless
Absolutely.
if the ground is on a pitch or if it's flat. You could be getting a falsing because you're bumping the ground. That
Right.
will cause a false.
Right.
But you want to be as level to the ground, be whatever pitch it happens to be, as possible.
Now, if you're on the side of the hill, guys, if you're climbing up a berm and you're trying to dig that thing, yeah, it might make it easier for you to tip that coil up, but the coil is still going to be parallel to that ground. You don't want there to be an obtuse angle, obtuse or acute angle. You don't want there to be an angle between your coil and the ground, because you're losing a lot of signal forward. You're not making that true contact with the surface of the earth, and plain and simple, you want it parallel to the ground. If you have it tipped, then it should be parallel to whatever angle you're on. If you're on flat ground, leave that coil flat. You're not going to better anything by not having that coil parallel to the earth. So, well, let's give something away.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know. We got...
How do you want to do it? Because if you're going to do it by Skype, I need to unplug the HDMI.
All right, go ahead. Unplug the HDMI. We'll plug it in here. I'll put pictures up from this one.
Yeah, because it's going to drive me nuts seeing all this stuff coming through. And then it's going to be on the big screen, too.
Seconds. Guidance
What
within
the heck?
channel.
Hey, we're starting the show again.
11,
I can't even find it. Why is it?
9, ignition
Let's hit the mute
sequence
button real quick.
6,
Wait.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Hey, we're ready for the end of the show.
0. All engine running.
All I got to do is hit pause at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was being clever, but it wasn't working. Okay.
Yeah, because now we won't be able to find the one to shut it down tonight. Oh, there comes a call.
We didn't even tell what prize we're giving away.
Calling already.
Okay, let's see. What prize we're going to give away? We've got a couple of goodies around here.
Well, let's see.
I don't know. Let's see who this is.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome to Detect America, 814. Who we got? Yellow.
We got crickets. I hear crickets right now.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Hello.
Or is that a bat?
Hello. Is it me you're thinking of?
All right. Anyway, that call fell through. Wait.
Oh, this one is Chris Fast. Chris. How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
All right, all right.
Chris, if you're calling in for the contest, we haven't announced you yet.
I just love winning things.
well, stand by that phone, brother. We're going to announce it in about 10 seconds. Okay. So, what we're going to give away first, we have a... That's not it. We have a 117 lumens Ozark Trail headlamp. Nice and bright. Well, I should keep that.
I guess I should get ready.
Yeah, so we are going to... How many calls are we going to take? Don't call yet. Let's do 15 callers, guys, for the Ozark Trail 117 lumens headlamp. And start calling. Call 15 callers.
15.
15 callers.
Oh,
There we go. Hey, Chris Fast.
Nope. 603, who we got?
John Kainu from New Hampshire.
Hey, John.
All right. We got you, John.
Thank you.
603, who we got?
You got Brandon Stewart from New Hampshire.
Wow, New Hampshire in the house.
I'm coming to New Hampshire in about 3 weeks, guys. Hook me up.
All right. Look, send me a message. Look me up.
I will, brother.
905, who we got?
Donna from offshore Canada.
Wow.
Donna from Canada. 908, who we got?
Hi, it's Donna from New Jersey.
Donna, New Jersey.
2 New Hampshire.
So it's
two
either
Donnas.
New Hampshire or Donna. That's the contest we're running tonight.
There you go.
814, who we got?
And this is Mark from Corey, Pennsylvania.
All right, Mark from Corey, PA. Let's see. I know who this is. Chris Fast.
Hey, Chris Fast. Long time no talk.
All right, Chris, you're in. All right, let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on, get out the... Come on. There we go. 610, who we got?
TJ Carroll from South Coventry, PA.
Hey, TJ.
How you doing?
Good, man.
All
Good.
right. 814, who we got? 814. 814.
We're calling in.
Okay, I guess you didn't want to talk. 609, who we got?
Michael Nash.
Michael.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, you gonna come pay me a visit? I had Steve Pacifico come see me.
What's that? I can't hear you.
I said, are you gonna come pay me a visit? Steve Pacifico came up already.
Yeah, maybe this week I might swing by.
Sounds good. I'll be there all week. If you get off work early, we're usually in there between 7:30 and 8. So.
Well, don't you know we're running a contest here?
Yeah, it's okay. I can
Listen,
sit
how's the
down.
family? How's the family doing? Anything
All right.
All right.
316, who we got?
Hi, guys. This is Brett, Wichita, Kansas.
Oh,
Hey,
Wichita,
Brett.
Kansas.
Prairie Diggins.
All right.
do? Awesome.
717, who we got?
Gary from Pennsylvania.
Gary from Pennsylvania.
Next one.
Yeah.
Do it always is.
740, who we got?
Hey, it's Bill Marshall.
Hey,
Bill.
Bill.
All right, Bill, you're in.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
770, who we got?
Hey, it's Rob. Grayson Digger, Grayson, Georgia.
Hey, Grayson. How you
All
doing,
right,
bud?
Grayson.
What's that?
You're in, you're in.
Oh, great. Thanks, man.
All right. All right, how many spaces we got left?
3.
All right, here we go. 660, who we got?
Sean Cooper from Missouri.
Sean from Missouri.
Cooper. Gotcha.
941, who we got?
Mike Boyles from Florida.
Oh,
Hey, Mike.
Florida.
Wills. Gotcha.
All right, and one more. 970, who we got?
Wes from Colorado.
Oh, we're all over the country today.
Yeah, man, we're spanning the globe tonight.
That's it. That was 15.
All right, we've got
All right,
all
that's
our
15,
callers.
guys. So hold off until the next one, and there will be another one. And Drew's going to work his magic on random.org. Random.org is so much better than the other thing we used to run. Remember that thing?
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
The winner is
caller number 9, Brett from Kansas.
Brett from Kansas. Congratulations, buddy. PM, Drewaholic.
Yes, me, not Frank.
Don't
not
PM
Protect
me.
America,
I'm never in the office.
PM me.
PM Drew. He'll get your info, and we'll get that out to you. So stay tuned, guys. We have another one coming up shortly.
And yes, I'm behind. I'm working 12-hour days, and I don't have time to even shower some days. which is kinda-
Like today.
That's why he needs an ice.
That's why I'm doing an ice
That's
bucket.
why we're doing
It's
ice
it's a free bath.
Yeah, we'll put some soap in it.
So anyway, but I'm going to get caught up this weekend. I'll get everything out that's due out. If you haven't got something, it's coming. I'll get it to you.
Take Frank Davies' name off the list. I already have his.
Oh, you got his from
So I'm going to drop it off at his house Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
All right, so we got a couple more questions that came up.
Tuesday.
He won the Nebo Light.
And let's see. So we'll throw this out to the group because everybody has their favorites. But the question is,
Aunt Jemima.
better diggers. Which is the better digger? The smaller side cutter type, like Lachey puts out, or the broad, like the Lachey, like the Samson Mini. Guy wants to know what's better for. For digging the dirt, not for the beach, but for now we're getting into the cooler temperatures. We're going to start digging the dirt. What do you recommend?
Question would be, where are you digging?
What kind of ground are you digging?
Where are you digging? Are you digging in a park or are you digging in the woods?
True.
Are you digging in somebody's sod or are you digging where nobody cares, in a farm field? These are the questions that I ask all the time.
It's true.
Because I don't want you taking a big shovel into a park with you.
Right.
I want to see you with a side cutter, something small, inconspicuous, so that you're not scaring the mothers
exactly.
with the kids.
And you know what? That's an awesome point because I personally love the new Lachey Mini because it's sharper. It cuts through anything. And even though I can cut probably a better plug with that thing, I'm not bringing that onto somebody's manicured lawn just because it's going to be intimidating to them. It's going to look terrible. And don't forget, guys, sharpen it. Sharpen that side cutter if you want. I put mine on the stone and I sharpen that edge so I get a nice clean cut. And you know what? The side cutter cuts the roots better if it's sharpened too.
That's like somebody coming up to your door with a shovel over their shoulder. Yeah, I'd like to detect your yard.
Can I dig in your garden?
Do you mind? First thought is, no, you're not digging my yard up with that big shovel.
And if you're in the woods, besides roots and everything else, you've got that root mulch base, so you're going to be better off with a broader face shovel and something that's sharp. I love that Lachey, that Samson Mini, but somebody's yard. Listen, the lower profile you are digging in somebody's yard, somebody who doesn't want their yard trashed, the lower profile you bring to that circumstance, and the better you're going to be. You're not going to scare them off the next time.
Yeah, and that's not a bad idea to try to learn how to probe, how to use a probe,
right.
in a very, especially if you're in a very well manicured yard. You get somebody who's really uptight about their grass, their yard, but they're willing to give you that permission. Learn how to use a pick to probe, a screwdriver.
Yep. Sharpen nickel plated screwdriver. It's a little softer on the if you were to touch a coin, and then dig accordingly.
Damn, that's a scoop. That ain't a digger.
Don't use that in your yard.
Use that in your yard.
Right. Now, even though, like I said, I did great plugs with that thing, but you know what? It's not. The person whose yard you're in is going to see that, and they're going to be scared. There you go. There's the more proper tool to use in somebody's yard, someplace that's manicured, where you want to keep a low profile. And don't be afraid to put that edge on that stainless steel, guys. It'll sharpen. It'll cut your plugs nice and tight. and it's not going to scare off your property owner.
The classic.
The classic. You know what? And everybody. And you know what? We all got it. Everybody's got it.
Everybody started there.
As a matter of fact, there's 3 sitting in the back of my golf cart right now.
That's what happened.
Talk about a nice tight plug.
Oh my God! You're lucky you're not on HDMI with that, man.
Well, you got to remember too, with the digging tools.
Oh, not a beer can. Okay.
Everybody started out somewhere.
Beach owner's classic right
you know,
there.
even when it comes to scoops, yeah, these are really nice. I started out with a grain scoop that I drilled my own holes in.
Exactly. And there's still guys out there using the grain scoops and drilling out their holes in them and on the beach.
I mean, I'm a budget detectorist like everybody else.
Right.
I let my finds buy my next.
Right. Exactly. That's why we have to let. Well, these guys are crazy. They dig, you know, in snowstorms and hurricanes on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Me, I dig in the summertime on the beach, and that's exactly right. That, you know, the beach pays for detectors and toys, and then the old stuff comes in the wintertime. That's what I enjoy. But the right tool for the job, and the right tool for the property owner.
Yes, definitely. And that's one of the hardest things to stress. I mean, I've seen guys in the parks with big shovels.
Yep.
And that's what gets us thrown out of them.
That's right.
TJ Carroll just brought up Pennsylvania State Parks.
Probing only.
Yes. Well,
you're not allowed to dig. You can only
depending on the park manager and
Yeah.
depending on the park you're in. Technically, the law states probing only, but there are some that will give you some leeway if they know you.
And it's not historically significant.
Yes.
Well, and also you'll have rangers that will sit back and watch.
And watch, sure.
And if they see that you're taking care of
Absolutely.
filling your holes, trying to manicure it back to the way
Right.
it was, they're not saying anything. I can say I was up in the park in spring run. It's something run up in PA, and a guy that lived up that way. I was out there on vacation, and he took me to this park, and it was supposed to be probe only. But he said the rangers are not as strict. If you are the type that digs a plug, gets the target, puts your plug back in, make sure that it's not an open hole.
Right.
Listen, consider us lucky too. Okay, now, a lot of you guys know who don't know. I didn't do it this year, but DA builds the ugly box digger, beach digger, and basically it's 80 grade PVC. It's 5,000 pound resin. They're super strong, but this year we didn't get around to putting them out. We sold about 5,000 of them. But last year, we had an order from the consulate of Russian history, who ordered 30 of them because there are historic areas along certain rivers in Russia. You can't put metal in the ground now. You can't use a metal shovel of any kind. They bought 30 of those things because they were plastic. So consider yourself lucky that we can still put metal shovels of any kind in the ground, because if you're digging historical items in some places in other countries, you can't even use a metal shovel. You have to use plastic or probing with wood. You can't probe with a screwdriver.
In the country of Poland, you're not even allowed to do metal detect at all.
At all.
Also grease.
Yep.
Because that sometimes I have people who are going there, and I have to let them know.
Right.
Hey,
You can't.
you can't.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I still want one. Okay.
Okay.
Do they ever come back?
Put your bear on you,
they,
son.
To answer,
whatever they
and
do.
Kip, to answer your question, when you dig a plug in the summer, yes, it is a good idea to put water in the hole before you put the plug back in.
Yeah, don't put the water on top, guys, because it's why we turn the sprinklers on in the morning or in the evening on our lawns, because the intense sun will use that water and burn the surface. It's the same thing when you have a dry, hot summer. If you water the plug after the fact, you'll burn that plug and it'll look like the plug died. Flip out your plug, do what you got to do on the inside, put a nice shot of water in that hole before you flip the plug down, and the roots won't be as stressed, and the plug will survive. Okay, we got one more question. Then we'll do a quick giveaway, and then we'll go outside. Okay.
and get some shrinkage.
Yeah.
Scared turtle syndrome.
All right. So this digger wanted to know. Cool. He knows cooler temperatures are coming in. When do you guys transition from the beach and the lakes to the dirt and the woods. He's a new digger, and he's actually looking forward to the woods and the dirt. But when do you guys set foot off the beach and into the dirt?
After our first good couple frosts.
Frost. Absolutely.
Because that way it chases the jiggers out.
Yep. Wait for a nice good frost, guys. After the first frost, you have no more mosquitoes. You have no more jiggers. By that time, your ticks are knocked down. Now, the deeper you go into the woods, you may have to have a couple of frosts to get that down. That woods mulch will hold the moisture. That's why you can have crusty ground from
in your yard,
frozen temperatures, and go into the woods, and that woods mulch is still soft. Well, that woods mulch is still soft. That frost line didn't get deep enough to kill off those bugs. So wait till you get a nice healthy frost.
So somebody just popped up on the chat, and I just wanted to say, because we were talking about this earlier. So Brandon, you now have the electrolysis unit. You should have just done it the smart way and just send them to me, because now you have to do all the work, and you need to continue work on a certain video project that you're working on. Thank you very much.
But don't be afraid to feature that electrolysis unit in your videos, by all means. Especially with that big DA sticker on the front of it.
And I think he's got an ice challenge to do within the next 24
hours.
hours.
Oh, does he? Because I was going to challenge him. All right, now I got to find somebody else to do.
He got challenged by Gary Schaeffer.
Bart Davis challenged Gary Schaeffer.
Yes. And Gary Schaeffer did it. And then he turned around and named Dr. Tones, Chicago Ron, and Gary Drayton, and then the whole Mind Lab dealers. Thank you.
Look, you're killing a whole bunch of stones in one
I'm
birds of one stone.
I'm taking them all in one shot.
All right, so before we go out,
I just want to beg to differ with Gary O. Yes, I lived in Illinois for 8 years. There are beaches. You just have to go to crappy Chicago to do the beaches.
Thanks, Joe.
Now, there was one other question come up. I was going to address it tonight, and it keeps coming up a million times on the page about cleaning your clad. This time of the year, when you're digging off of the beach and you're digging off of lakes, the clad coinage just doesn't hold up, and a lot of machines won't take it. I actually am in the middle of doing a quick video on it, guys, to show you how I do it. A lot of guys sitting there and they're using fiberglass brushes and they're brushing every single piece. And that's fine. And you can use a wire brush to do the same thing. It's your clad. You just want to make contact with the machine. I'm going to show you on the video coming up this week a real easy way to do it. You can do a ton of clad. It'll take you about 30 minutes and you'll have a whole pile of it done. And I'm going to save it for the video because you'll actually see how well it cleans it, and you can clean it in bulk. So that'll be coming up this week. Hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll get a chance to finish it for you. So what are we giving away? Let's give away.
Oh, you're killing me.
No, this is fun. We got that. We got them. We got these. We got.
Oh no!
If it's on the table, it's given away, right?
No, it don't.
I'll tell you what. We'll save those for next week.
Okay.
Now let's do compliments of MetalDetecting.com and the Marco Detector Sales.
How many we got there?
4.
We're not giving away 4. We're giving away 4?
We'll take 15 callers and we'll draw 4 names.
I thought we draw 2 names.
Yeah, let's do 2, and we'll do 2 next week.
Okay,
Two
cool.
next week.
All right, we'll save them for next week.
And we're going to take 15. We have Mind Lab nail pouches, guys.
And we'll draw 2. We'll draw 2 out of those 15 callers.
So 15 callers for Mind Lab nail finds pouches. We're going to give away 2 of them, and then we're going outside.
All right, well, give me a second.
You know what? Let me jump up and go outside, and I'll make the preparations, and you guys take your callers.
All right. 770, who we got?
Grayson Digger.
Grayson Digger. All right, moving on.
All right, thank you, bud.
All right, 301, who we got?
Bruce Carter, Cumberland, Maryland.
All right, Bruce Carter, Cumberland, Maryland. 970, who we got?
West from Colorado.
All right, West from Colorado. 717, who we got?
Gary from Pennsylvania.
Gary, Pennsylvania, you're in.
Hey, thanks.
All right.
Oh, we gotta hear that ice.
603, who we got?
You got Brandon from New Hampshire.
Brandon, New Hampshire, welcome. All right, 386, who we got?
Cheryl Fernandez.
Cheryl, I got you.
All right.
Thank you.
908, who we got?
Hi, Donna from New Jersey again.
All right, Donna.
Keep trying.
All right, 603, who we got?
John from New Hampshire.
John from New Hampshire, you're in. 740, who we got?
Hey, it's Bill Marshall. Fayetteville, Ohio.
Bill Marshall, all right.
Thanks, guys.
I have a feeling this is going to be 2 back-to-back. Let's see. We're going to start with this one. 814, who we got?
Mark from Corey, Pennsylvania.
All right, Mark. 814, who we got?
This is Ray Butler in Rowlett, Pennsylvania.
Okay, see, 2 PAs back-to-back. Up, let's make it 3. 814, who we got?
Kent Davis, Emporium, Pennsylvania.
Jeez, we're getting all the north central PA folks.
All right, 717, who we got?
Kip from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
PA is all over tonight.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, 941, who we got?
Mike Boyles from Florida again.
All right, Mike from Florida.
Mike.
How
I got you.
What's that? What's that?
That's 14.
The last one is this one right here. 856, who we got?
Hank from Pittman, New Jersey.
Hank from Pittman.
We call
You
that
got it.
All right, Hank, you're in.
That's 15.
That's 15.
All right, I'm going to pick 2 off of random.org. And okay. So I got number 5, which is Brandon in New Hampshire. And I got number 14, which is Mike Boyles in Florida.
Congrats,
So-
guys.
Brandon in New Hampshire, PM me your shipping info, and Mike Boyles in Florida, PM me your shipping info.
Drillaholic.
So, and I will get those out, and I hear ice going into buckets!
I do too. I've been listening to it for the past 5 minutes.
Alright.
What's wrong? You afraid of ice water?
No, it's cold. Not afraid of it, it's just cold.
Come on. It's a little bit of cold water.
Are you doing it too, Joe?
Yes, sir. I'm getting wet and cold and icy.
That's gonna be fun.
All right, let's see who this is. 717, welcome to the show tonight. 717?
Yes, this is Gary from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Gary from Pennsylvania.
We actually have 2 Garys from Pennsylvania. I finally figured that out.
Really?
Yes, we have 2
Yeah, I'm
Garys.
his dad.
Yes. Yes, we have 2 Garys. So I can now tell the difference of the voice when I hear the Gary from Pennsylvania. So,
Okay.
but Gary, we picked our 2 winners for the contest tonight. We will be doing some more next Friday. So
Okay.
so tune back in again next Friday. All right.
All right, thank you.
Who was on
Bye.
from PA?
We have this Gary from PA, and then we have Gary Haynes. We have one Gary Haynes and the other Gary Haynes. There's 2 Gary Haynes.
Probably see
Father and son.
Junior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who was the winner?
Brandon from New Hampshire and Mike Boyles from Florida.
Okay.
Who both need to PM me their shipping info, because if they don't, I can't mail it out.
If you send it to Frank, you'll...
Yeah, if you send it to Frank, you
won't get
you might as well forget about it.
Yeah, you won't get it.
Because then it'll
Got
still
too
go
much
to you.
Yeah, just like 3 weeks later, though. So, Jason Malloy, if you're listening tonight, yes, I have some things for you too. I didn't forget.
All right. So, is there anything you want to say before you get...
How are we going to do this? That's what I want to know.
Wow, is that ice really, really, really cold?
and really, really wet?
And so the ice is
Stewing?
The ice is stewing. Honestly, guys, we'll do it to ourselves. We'll just count down what. Know what? We'll go out and
I'm
we'll do our nominations.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this on video, though.
No. We already got that taken care of. That's going to go right to the door. We already tested it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's perfect. So do you want to do our nominations now?
Can I pick a nomination?
Yeah, as long as it's not already been picked. I think how many supposed to nominate? 3, aren't you?
Yeah, you can do up to 3.
Okay. All right, good. I have 2.
I got 1.
Go ahead.
Well, since Brandon is already doing it and he's nominated, and he's listening tonight, he can pass it along that I'm nominating Dirt Diggler. Eric Magnuson. So.
All right, so we got Diggler. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to nominate two of the guys who founded Detect America with me, Vince Salazzo and Luis Vasquez. Vince, because his wife did it and I haven't seen him do it yet. So Vince, everybody go on the page and tell Vince that he's been nominated tonight to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. And Luis, I'll make sure Luis knows about it too.
And apparently, I just saw the video tonight, George Bush even did it.
Oh yeah, and he nominated Clinton.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would say mute the mic, but I'll send. I can't even send it to you in a PM. Who I was thinking, but it could be.
Oh, I get another nomination, don't I?
We'll get that there.
I nominate Gene. And since he's here tonight, well
the Detect America crew was already nominated.
Yeah,
we were all nominated already.
Oh, well, then I'll just nominate my girlfriend Sarah. Since she's
you
sitting here.
jackass!
Well, you got 24 hours because we only got 4 buckets of ice. Oh, I could refill.
Well, we can work
it out. We can work it out.
Oh!
And Gene, you got any nominations?
All the people I wanted to pick has already been chosen.
All right. Well,
These 3 knuckleheads right here. But
so we got Dirt Diggler. We got Luis Vasquez. We got Vince Salazzo.
What about Brian Mayer?
We got the beautiful Sarah who's sitting off to the side.
Okay.
Brian Mayer.
Thank God she's not wearing a white T-shirt tonight.
I'm going with Brian Mayer and Dan Knight.
There you go.
2 good choices.
Oh,
2 good choices.
Absolutely.
You know who needs to be nominated? Other end of the world. Our buddy from Coil Tech. Got a coil coming out. Trevor
Ferraresso, yeah.
So Trevor, if you're listening, if you're not listening, we'll make sure you get the.
I'm sure somebody is taking notes on who we're saying here.
So we need a little ice falling at the other end of the world.
We've got Dan Knight, Brian Mayer, Dirt Diggler,
Vinny Salazzo, Louis Vasquez.
Make sure that you hit them on the page as nominated by the DA crew.
And just remind Vince Salazzo that his wife has done it already. So
boy.
It's time. It's time.
Time to step up.
All right. With that being said, guys.
And we want to see it on video.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
you're going to see this on video.
You will definitely see this on video.
It's going to be cold.
Let's get outside. I'm going to get the camera set up real quick. Make sure we got it on camera. The tent is all lit. The ice is icy.
Go away.
So bear with us. We're going to be a couple minutes here.
Time to get wet.
Time to get cold.
Yep.
Thank God she's not wearing a white T-shirt tonight. Darn.
Hey!
Frank, I'm going to leave my keys.
That's a good idea. Anything electronic?
Phone.
Yeah, what's in my pocket?
Oh, goodies.
I got no electronics in my pocket.
Oh,
I don't need it.
All right, let's take this.
Frank gets the dirty bucket.
They're all pretty dirty. All right, just watch your step going out.
wait a little bit, Frank.
I just wanted to keep it aside so nobody stepped on it.
Oh, just a tiny bit. Perfect. Not too much. To the left a little bit. A little bit more. Tiny bit. Very good. That was all right there.
Okay, watch your step coming out.
Yeah. Since we got nominated by Mind Lab, I figured I'd put on my Mind Lab.
There you go.
Here and the fence outside.
Which one looks the deepest?
They're all exactly the same. There's 1 gallon in each one.
It's already cold out here.
Make sure we keep that electrical cord nice and far away. Come, my dear.
No, you guys
Sound out there.
Share a bucket.
we're going to share.
We're going to share a bucket.
Let's see if it's cold.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to dump it more on me than on him.
Oh,
Why do you
boy.
think he wants to share?
Do I get to stand and watch?
No, come on, Gene. They're sharing the bucket.
Oh, boy.
Oh, you ain't getting out of this.
All right, let me leave my hat over here. If I can look at my
Hey,
cold head.
I pick up the DA hat.
Yeah.
Joe's already ahead of us.
Yeah,
Put your head in it, it's not bad.
You got steam coming off that big melon of yours.
All right, guys. So
God, it's cold.
for ALS, our nominees, you got 24 hours to get it done, and you got to write a check to the ALS Foundation. So, for Detect America and the ALS Foundation.
Frank, lie down a little bit. Electrical wire over here. I don't want to get shocked.
I tried to hide the electrical wires.
There you go.
Yeah, this would not look good on video.
Let's get out there and just detect America.
Have fun.
And we'll see you next week.
It's cold. Oh my God.
Have a blast out there and keep digging, everyone.
Cold?